That's not bad, but I wanted to make something that can turn some heads. So I was looking for something to do with all these 5mm fast-flashing rainbow LEDs. Naturally, I decided to stuff a bunch of them into some clear plastic deer antlers. I mean, it was the only logical choice. I started with this fantastic 3D model of some really antlery looking antlers. I've linked to the original design in the description, so check it out if you ever need some antlers. The model was intended as a fridge magnet, so I scaled it up to fill my print bed, and printed one antler at a time. I added a flat block at the bottom, so it wouldn't fall over during the print. To remove it, I clamped a hacksaw upside down in a vise, and carefully ran the antler across that. I used 24-gauge magnet wire, which can be tricky to solder. Some very fine magnet wire just evaporates when you try. 24 gauge is not that thin. I wrapped the wire a few times to give it more mass and contact to dissipate the heat, and have the temperature on the soldering iron down a bit. Also, this solder has a little copper in it, which makes it stick better to the copper in the magnet wire. Each LED has its own resistor attached to it, and I dabbed a little hot glue on the exposed metal joints to act as insulation while still letting light through. The antler mount has 12 more LEDs. I made up the wiring as I went along, but kept all the negative wires along the bottom and all the positive wires up away from them. I think it ended up looking like an angry squid. To attach the mount to the wall, I glued in about 1 inch of black telephone wire to connect this screw plate. A power drill could have easily been overkill, and the lamp's not heavy enough to require attaching it to a 2x4. So I just used a screwdriver to get a snug fit against the drywall. And here you go, wall-mounted rainbow Gaga disco antlers. So I hope you saw something you liked. The 3D print files are in the description. And what do you think I should do with the other 950 flashing rainbow LEDs?